I don't want to do it, guys. I really don't want to do it. Okay, I don't want to do it. But something in me is like, Chaz, review the best shitty movie in the world right now. Please watch it. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna watch it. Here it is, folks. Wendy and Peter Pan. Okay, listen, I want you to know. Okay, I want you guys to know. I tried, alright? But at the 23-minute mark, I fell asleep. Can't review a movie if you're asleep. So, we're continuing this. As you can see, this movie made me shave. That's how bad it was already. Alright, I want you guys to notice that I said Wendy and Peter Pan movie, because I am not calling this Peter Pan and Wendy. Not calling it that. I should have known this movie was going to be bad the minute I saw Wendy acting like a gamer word.
It's what I did when I was your age. What if I don't want your life?
What a bitch.
Away, my loves and dreams.
There's a musical in this? Fuck me, man. Oh shit, it's Superman. And Lois. I mean, I'll be honest with you. First probably 17 minutes of the movie, the thinking process could have been completed had they had the right writers, right director. I mean, from what I've heard, the director didn't care too much for the source material, which, in my opinion, why would you even want to direct a Peter Pan film if you don't want to stick with the source material? You're just nitpicking from the source material, which makes it 20 times worse. Oh god, here we go. She's already competing with Peter in many ways, and she just got her ass to Neverland. We are introduced to Hook in the first 20 minutes of the film, and wow, he makes a hell of an entrance as he hears the word Pan.
Never say his name.
This guy's literally got PTSD, just like sitting there rocking back and forth with Hook. Bro, why does Smee sound like an old man disturbed in a public toilet with no tissue?
A new door, yes. Right. Might I say, Captain?
Seriously. No tissue though?
Leave Hook to me.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum.
Well, that's it.
Which means you must all be
Lost boys.
every last one of us. But you're not all boys. So?
Oh my god. Oh, they went there. I got nothing, guys. I'm sorry. I got nothing. Oh god, here we go.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
You're not a... Oh my god. I'm freaking done. Nah. So of course, the brothers get kidnapped by Hook, and it's up to Wendy to save them, and the lost people to save them. They're on their way to Skull Rock with a nice harmony.
No one but children in Neverland.
Oh, the children in Neverland. Okay, that was funny.
Fake beard.
He's so happy about the fake beard.
Why, he's just showing off.
It's just horrible to think that Wendy is so adamant on why he's showing off. I mean, he's saving your brother's asses. So why are you mad, girl? Why are you mad? Why? Quite honestly, Peter Pan and Hook fighting at this point in time on Skull Rock, well, could have been the end of the movie. I'm really not satisfied with too much about. It's not more of a how the fight scene was coordinated or anything like that. It's more of a, this feels empty. You know, Like, I feel like I'm watching the end of the movie right now. That should not be happening. God, this could have been a great crocodile for like a Resident Evil 2 remake. God. Oh my God, really? Like, why you slap the man when he just finished saving your brothers? Oh my God. At the 50-minute mark, I am convinced that Peter Pan in this movie is just a kidnapper of kids. A 100-year-old kidnapper that just wants to have kids around him to play with. You know, this movie makes Peter Pan look 20 times worse than what I remember it. Wendy to me is just a mother figure to these lost, I can't even say lost boys anymore, lost people, or lost kids. Hook was Pan's best friend, yet he didn't know where the fucking hideout was. How? Bro, like, Hook could have killed these guys long before Wendy ever popped up. He could have just murdered a whole bunch of fucking kids and just said, boom, I win. Well, actually, there's just one scene that I felt like, okay, the Tiger Lily and Wendy gonna get it on? Like, the stare, it's the stare. So this fight scene between Hook and Peter at their hideout, right? And, you know, Hook slices Peter, and then boom, Peter falls to like literally his death. And Tinkerbell, which I haven't even talked about yet, obviously, and Tinkerbell's just there trying to grab him, but she gets caught in a little baggie. And that right there, guys, was the end of the movie. Roll credits.
Now the world don't move.
God, I wished that was the end of the movie, but it's not. The goddamn shadow goes to Tiger Lily, and then boom, she magically puts some dirt on his ass, and then he can be brought back to life just by dirt on Skull Rock. I didn't even see a ritual be done. But at this point in time, like, you can understand Hook. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hook is, in my opinion, in this movie, is not a villain. Peter Pan is the villain in this godforsaken story. I felt more remorse for Hook than I did for Peter Pan or Wendy or the lost kids. James Hook left Neverland forcefully. Okay, guys? Forcefully. Because Peter Pan had a fucking temper tantrum. Because he said, I want to go see my mommy. You want to go see your what? Slice. And apparently that's how Hook lost his arm. Just hearing it out loud, it's like, I need a drink. Hearing that out loud just makes me want to drink. Oh. But yes, I feel sympathy for Hook. Like, he was taken from his home. All he wanted to do was go see his mother again, and Peter Pan struck him for that. He said, it's either me or your mom. So James was like, fuck you, I want my mama. And then he said, slice, slice, slice. Go ahead and get your mama. By that time, his mama was gone already, you know? Like, James Hook had no more mother to go back to. Thanks to Peter Pan that took him to Neverland and said, hey, let's stay here forever. Best friends forever, right? So what does Peter do? Get more kids to stay with him because he doesn't want to be alone.
You find me a child who truly knows the difference between right and wrong. And I'll show you a man who can't remember why it mattered in the first place. Execute every last one of them.
James, don't you think you never call me that?
I will admit though, Hook is pretty savage in this movie. And rightfully so, he has every right to be savage. Oh, come on, guys. Wendy Darling doesn't splash, but yet she powers up like fucking Goku and looks like she got spirit fairy dust on her ass. It moves the whole entire boat. She's using her power stronger than Peter Pan can ever do.
You have the boy's magic.
No, this magic belongs to no boy.
Fuck you, movie. Fuck you.
Well, wake me up if one of them kills the other. Again.
I really like, hey, you know what? I like this guy. He said, fuck this. I'm out. Like, he's the real star with his fucking ukulele. So according to the moral of the story, right? Wendy Darling is a young girl who is afraid to grow up, leave her childhood behind. Peter Pan is a boy who refuses to grow up and takes Wendy along with her brothers and a tiny fairy named Tinkerbell that does absolutely nothing in this fucking movie. There was nothing, nothing there. At least the other remakes of Peter Pan had a decently better Tinkerbell. I don't understand Tinkerbell's purpose in this movie. She didn't give great advice. She wasn't really mad at Wendy. Hell, the mermaids were trash in this movie. I feel like they were mermans and not mermaids. I will say, Jude Law played an amazing Captain Hook. I will give him that. The acting for Captain Hook was spot on. I do wish that his character and his story was more on par with the Peter Pan storyline that we know as child. Jesus, that must be in Neverland. But to me, the only real good adaptation of a Peter Pan movie, and it's not really an adaptation, it's more of like a sequel to Peter Pan, will be Hook with Robin Williams. The best of the best, baby. Still my #1 Peter Pan movie. And I love what that story did with Peter Pan. They made Peter Pan grow up. They made Peter Pan forget about Neverland. And then Tinkerbell had to get her ass from Neverland to go see Peter Pan. And then she had a reason, a big reason to like actually hate Wendy. Because she took Peter Pan away, you know? And I feel like if it's sad because if done right, this could have been that prequel to that Hook movie. If done right, the way they were going about it, I felt like they had something there. But then it just, in the blink of an eye, disappeared. And all in all, I would really rate this film a 5 out of 10, as the acting was not too bad for the story, but it was still, oh, who am I kidding? The fucking acting was horrible. Hook was the only impressive character that I've actually enjoyed seeing in this movie. But had they stuck with the original storyline, the original source material, I would have hands down been given this movie at least a good 8 out of 10 if they would have did that. Like, the story didn't intrigue me. It had too much woke moments for me. Like, I get it, you want to expand a current demographic of people, but it just doesn't work when you are picking something from childhood that people are still alive to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Peter Pan, freaking animated TV, I mean, the animated movie came out years ago, but we grew up looking at that. and saying to ourselves, a live action version of this would be great, but it had to been done the same exact way. Like, this story did not intrigue me. This story did not make me go, wow, you know, like, I just felt bad for Hook. Like, the villain that you're supposed to not feel bad for, you feel bad for. Because damn, like, Peter Pan did him really fucking dirty in this movie. I am a sucker for cinematography, and well, this had some really good shots. Another key point I want to address is, yes, we do see Wendy saving Peter in this movie a bit too much. And so you can see that the females are written as a strong female characters in this movie, and the boys are more of Neanderthals and very don't know what to do, you know, like, even though Peter Pan saved the shit out of her brothers in the first 30 minutes of the damn movie, and she still slaps him for it. Like what? Which honestly, it didn't really need it, because despite Peter Pan saving Wendy a lot in the original version, there was still no reason to change that. I mean, she had reason to be saved, you know, and Peter Pan always has to be looked upon as that hero figure, and you just took that away with this movie. Like, it's just a rivalry between friends in this movie. Like, what? Literally, Hook and Peter Pan, best friends, and then boof, Peter is like mad at James Hook because he wants to go see his mother. I can't stress that enough. That story writing is at top peak stupid. So in the original, Peter Pan was more of the hero, but in this variation of him, he is pretty much a kidnapper of kids because, well, he's got bored at Neverland and said, I need me someone to play with. Let's be real, guys. Like, in this adaptation, he's literally like over 100 years old, as he does imply that his mother has long gone, especially since the house where Wendy is living in currently used to be his house years ago. But in conclusion, guys, Wendy and Peter Pan gets a seal of disappointment, 5 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and go watch at your own risk. Also, no, seriously, watch at your own risk.